Hi, it's Paris from Epic Reviews, and today I'm going to review this little guy, the GripGo Universal Car Phone Mount. You're supposed to be able to use this with any phone or GPS to mount it so you can see it. You can attach this right inside the windshield, or you can put it on the dash so it sort of sticks up, and then you attach your phone to that. It's supposed to hold it in place securely, but when you get out of the car, of course, you don't want to leave your phone there, so it's supposed to just pull it right off. It's sticky stuff that's supposed to hold it on, yet easy to remove. I have a regular car phone dock that certainly paid more for than this. This goes, I think, it's under $20 now. This was around $50. This, however, did come with the other piece that you need if you want to plug in your phone. If you're going on a long trip and you want to have it powered from your cigarette lighter, you do need the wire, which I don't believe that comes with this. Kind of see how it holds onto my finger there. And that's what it looks like. There's your suction cuppy thing for the end. Alright, let's see what happens with the phone. It's a fairly heavy phone. I've got just enough flat surface on the back below the camera to, well, actually it's not going to catch the whole stickiness. Alright, I'm going to put it on and push once. And risk my phone here. Alright, let me see. Oh, it doesn't come off that way. Well, that's a good start. Alright, I'm going to try to pull it off now. Well, it managed to pull off the back of my phone. That's not a good thing. Alright, we got a little issue there. My daughter's phone, I think, has a different, the back attaches differently. You've got to actually slide it to get it to release. Let me go get her phone and try it with this. Got my daughter's phone. It's Google Nexus 1, and the back of it, you have to actually slide it up and then pull it off. Alright, so here we go. Green sticky stuff in the phone. Looks like it's going to cover just about the entire back portion of the phone underneath the camera. If I break my daughter's phone, I think I'm going to be in trouble. Alright, pushing it on. Tried to get it centered there. This phone's a little on the heavy side, but no, it does stay. I'll give it that. Alright, now let's try removal again. Oh! Well, pulling it straight out doesn't work. Okay, I'm going to grab it by the sides here and angle it. Okay! I hope she likes walking around with this on her shoulder to tuck on her phone, because this thing isn't coming off. Oh boy. Oh, alright, I got it on a corner. Now, well, it was starting to come. I wouldn't worry about it falling off in the car, I'll tell you that. Okay, I think I realized why it stuck so well to this, and it stuck well enough to mine, but once it had peeled the battery cover off the back of my phone, it wasn't that hard to pull off. I think it's because of the texture. The back of my phone is a textured surface. The back of the Nexus 1 is a very minute texture. It's very smooth. So obviously it's going to stick better to the smoother backing. I'm going to go mount these both in the car and give it an actual test. I guess since I've got the two phones now, I'll go ahead and try it with each of them and see what happens. Alright, I'm out in the car. I have mounted both car docks to the windshield. A couple things I wanted to mention. I did read the instructions, finally, and it does say that you have to remove it in a particular way when you have the phone stuck on here. To remove it, they recommend using two hands. One hand's supposed to go behind the back and sort of hold on here to this, and the other hand goes in front, and it does specifically say to hold your battery cover at the back of your phone. So I guess they know it does peel off your battery cover. I'm take my daughter's phone and put it on the car. I guess I'd want it sideways, so I'm going to be using it like GPS mode. So there's that. Yeah, even that was enough to get it pretty stuck on there without really pushing it hard. And then there's mine, which is so hard to do with one hand. You kind of got it seated in there on one side and then push it. I don't think I'm going to be able to do it without taking another hand on it. Notice the wire here, it attaches to the base, so I don't have to unplug that from my phone every time I get in and out of the car. If I were using it with this phone, then of course I would have to plug it into the bottom of the phone and have it like that, and then I'd have to unplug it every time I use it. All right, so now comes the one-handed removal attempt. Again, I didn't stick it on real hard. Let's say I unplug the power, and I'm going to get out of the car. I need my phone. Okay, they said you should put your fingers and thumbs around and kind of peel it, get them underneath the sticky stuff, but man, that doesn't seem to be working. I can hear it give a little. There we go. Okay. Came off. Notice it does leave an adhesive pattern there on the back of the phone or something. I don't feel any sticky stuff, but it definitely leaves that pattern on the phone. Okay, and the base portion of both of these is attached pretty well. Yeah. I'm going to give one more go here with my Samsung phone. You can kind of see that texture on the back there. I'm just going to stick it on lightly, because I think that's what I would be inclined to do if I were using this, because I know how hard it is to come off. I would try to put it on just enough so that it won't fall, but not so much that it's going to be hard to pull it off. And there's the battery cover on my phone again. Well, before coming back in here and saying the thing kept peeling off the back of my phone, I would never recommend it. I gave it a little thought, and I think my phone happens to be particularly bad for this because of the fact that the backing, you just stick a thumbnail, fingernail in there, pull it just a little, and then it just peels down. So that's exactly how this green thing attaches to it. I've tried it a few more times to see if I could, well, I was looking at it with two hands, get the fingers back and peel it from the gel, but no, this is not a good match for my particular phone. However, it did seem to work fine with my daughter's phone. So long as your battery, so long as the cover on the back isn't the peely kind, if it's the kind that you have to slide up and there's actually a catch so you can't pull it straight back and remove it, it could work for that. There are of course also other devices, GPSs and so forth, that the back may not come off at all, so it wouldn't be an issue for those. So that's one thing to consider. The other thing is, as you saw, I have a dedicated car dock for this particular model of phone, which I like, and since I'm in that car all the time, I use that. Now, if you share a car with your wife or with your teenage driver, and you've both got different phones, well, you don't want to have two docks in the windshield all the time, or you're certainly not going to bother to switch them out all the time, unless you're going on a long trip. I can't imagine doing that. In those cases, something like this might really be a good idea, because you can just stick your phone on there when you're using it. You get home, the kid wants to go out to the mall or whatever, and if they wanted to put their phone up there, whether they probably know how to get to the mall, but you know, for the GPS or whatever it is, then they can just stick their phone on it. So in situations where you're going to be swapping different devices out, I could see where this is good. It actually does fill a niche and serve a purpose in those situations. So I'm going to pass this along to my wife, who drives a different car and has her own phone, her work phone and her home phone. Maybe, you know, this will turn out to be something good for her, because she has two phones herself that she has to swap between and use. So it may work out. So I'll report back if her experience is especially good or especially bad. I'll report back and do a follow-up video to let you know. But again, I'd give it a conditional thumbs up. I'll put a link right down below here in the description if you'd like to find it online, see what it's going for now. I believe it's less than $20. And if you'd like to order one or see what other people's reviews are, so check out the link below. And if you give it a try and you have particularly good luck or bad luck, please leave a comment. I'd like to hear how this worked for you.